week on App Central, we throw some punches inside the boxing ring with a virtual training app. We meet the mind behind Ford's social media strategy and a portable hotspot so you can take the internet wherever you go when you travel. Welcome to App Central. On today's show, we head to a high-tech airport, but first, Maurice is going to work out for us.
And it's a high-tech workout, Amber. So, you can go to a boxing gym and blow off some steam that way, but this is an app that lets you work out in your living room, at the office, wherever you are. It's called Ball Strike.
All right, I like this idea. I'm not sure exactly what you're going to be doing. So are you going to be interacting with the app?
Yeah, so the way that the app works is that it uses your device's camera, the forward-facing camera, and using virtual reality puts you in this place where balls come at you, but be careful, you don't want to hit any bombs. So I'm going to hit restart. I'm going to select level 2, get into position, and here we go. Come at me. Here we go. And it tells you how many calories you're burning as these objects come at you. You got to hit them. It has a score that you can try and beat yourself at or share your score with your friends. And the whole time, Amber, it's taking photos that you can actually share with your friends. So you can show them these ridiculous punches. And if I actually step back more, I'd have more space and I can actually start kicking things. So I'm going to stop this now.
You're getting a little sweaty, I have to say.
Catch my breath. I burned 2 calories in that 20 seconds there, but here's a whole bunch of photos that I can now send to you and embarrass myself with.
All right, I think this is really cool. I mean, maybe not this exact app forever, but the evolution of this type of app, the idea that you can exercise and interact with your technology device like this, I mean, it's so much fun, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun. You don't even need a whole lot of space. And, if you already have a Windows 8 computer, this app is just, a very handy add-on.
I just recommend you close the drapes or blinds when you do this.
What are you talking about? I'm going to tweet these photos right away.
Are you sure about that?
You bet.
All right, very interesting. Now, I have something that is very different, and this is something that maybe you would do after you work out. This is all about poetry. Are you a poet by chance?
Maybe once I catch my breath.
Okay, okay, so you catch your breath.
All right.
This is called Poems by Heart, and this is from Penguin. So basically, they've come out with this app that is all about poetry, and it is to learn about your favorite poets. So once I go into the application, you can see there are a list of all of the different poets, and it gets even more extensive than that. You learn poems basically by memorizing those poems. So the idea being that you basically memorize, you fill in the blanks to the poems, and eventually you'll be able to recite the poems as time goes on, and you can even record yourself.
Wow, that's fascinating. Can you share those recordings? What happens after you record yourself?
You can get those recordings, so
Okay.
it's easy to get them, but what's also interesting is you can get the poems read to you. So let's say that you want to memorize a specific poem. This is a really great tool to be able to do that. So there is really an educational component here. I imagine, when people are in school, having something like this would be fantastic.
And what's the selection of poems like?
Well, the interesting thing is you get some poems that are free up front, then you have to start paying for some of the poems. Obviously, this is how they're making some money. However, still really cool. And again, I go back to that educational element.
Awesome.
I think your fiance would love this. Now let's find out what's on your smartphone.
The application is called Flat. The aim of the game is to switch colors of the little boxes, so the whole game area will be one color at final. I really like it because it's a really good time killer.
Well, I have Wikitude, which is an amazing augmented reality app. What it does is basically, if you're looking for a hotel or if you're looking for a cafe or a restaurant or you're hanging out downtown somewhere, click on it, click on the street, and it shows you where the hotel is or where the restaurant is.
Have you ever wanted to try boxing but you threw in the towel too soon? Well, we're going to make like Rocky and show you the ultimate training tool.
That's right, we're going to show you how you can take a professional boxing coach into the ring with you next time you fight.
Who's winning?
Boxing is a great workout, but it can be a tough sport to break into. That's why it's so important that you have some professional help on your side.
Fortunately, there's an app called Boxing Trainer to ensure you get those fists flying just right. It's made by somebody with 20 years experience in the sport to make sure that simple moves are just the perfect ones.
The best part about the app is the virtual coaching, so I can design my own custom workout, and the coach can give me step-by-step instructions, so I have a sense of my next punch combinations. I'm going to use the coach when I square off with Michael in the ring, and I'm also going to use my Nike Fuel Band to count how many calories I burn. In the workout menu, you can set up the length of your boxing match and how much rest you want between each round. You also have the option of low, medium, and high intensity levels, so you can work out at your own pace. All right, Michael, let's get this party started.
Just a minute, I'm still warming up over here. Preparation is the key to any successful workout, and the app has you covered too. You can look at 50 different stretches in the app to make sure you're properly warmed up. All right, let's get the show on the road.
Okay, fighters, I like a good clean fight, no hitting below the belt. Shake hands.
All right.
Bar.
The best way to use the virtual coach is to put some headphones on while you train. There's even an option to listen to your iTunes library during your workout, so you won't have to go without your favorite pump-up songs while you take instructions.
You can even sprinkle in some motivational quotes in the thick of your training, or even when you're just down and out.
So if you're looking for a high-intensity workout, you want to download the Boxing Trainer app and give it a try.
And if you want to see who wins this boxing match, head on over to the website at appcentral.ca.
Coming up, everything you need to move into your new home packed neatly in a single app. And order food and surf the internet during your next stopover with a tablet that doubles as a menu. For this week's Hot Topic, we're going to talk about Shazam possibly introducing some new technology that allows people to Shazam someone's outfit. Now, Harley, you work in this space. You provide software for people to make it easy to set up a store online. What do you think of this?
So I think from a merchant perspective, this is a really cool opportunity because anyone that's buying something from your store is effectively a walking billboard. From a consumer perspective, it's even cooler because now you can kind of have this real, everything in real time on demand. If I see you wearing something cool, the fact that I can take a picture of it and I can actually be linked to a purchase or a shopping cart where I can buy it, I think it's really great.
I think it's kind of cool. What do you think?
You know, I partially agree with Harley on this because if I see someone wearing a cool outfit on the street, then I'd Shazam them and find out, you know, oh, I can go to H&M and buy this outfit. But here's the thing, because the idea is that you would go and, you know, Shazam someone on TV or on a movie and find out what they're wearing. I can't afford these $1,000 outfits that, you know, people are wearing on all these hit TV shows.
What are you talking
I'm not going
about?
to be able to
Look
take
at
advantage
your
of
outfit.
Great.
Shazam.
Yeah, you look great.
Wow, thank you, but I'm frugal. I don't see this panning out for the average Joe.
I do think, though, that, you know, if I'm on the street and I see a really cool pair of shoes, the fact that I can take a picture and be directed to a place I can buy it right away, that's what I want. I want to be able to do everything in real time.
But what if someone goes up to you with their phone and starts taking a picture of your shoe? I guess you
That's a
got to
little
get close
weird,
to
right?
it. That's a little weird,
You do have to
right?
preface it by saying, look, I love your shoes. If I take a picture of your shoes, I may be able to buy it.
Yeah, it's a little weird. The thing I worry about the most is I do like this idea, like you're saying, but I worry about the technology working well because I think there's a lot of room for error.
Sure.
And I just imagine, you know, pointing your phone at someone and you get sent to the wrong store. I see how they can do it with music in terms of being able to analyze what song it is or which song it is, but I worry more about clothing.
Yeah, you know, often enough I have to actually go up to the speaker with my phone if I want to Shazam a song. Now, if I have to get up off my couch, go to the TV, and hold my phone at the right angle so there's no glare, that's a little too much work.
But you guys are looking at it strictly from the consumer perspective. From the merchant perspective, everyone now becomes a walking billboard. So I actually can curate what people see when they, if I'm wearing a particular t-shirt as a merchant, I can actually have someone take a picture of that and I can send them a coupon code to buy the t-shirt for 20% off.
Coupon code saving money.
The advantages of, from the merchant perspective is really, really cool.
Okay, Maurice is totally into it if you can save money.
I think I converted him a bit.
Yes, let's say you know your favorite star is in a movie and all of a sudden you can get a coupon to buy the blazer that they're wearing. Would you do something like this?
Yes,
You would
if it's
do
near
it.
Christmas time.
Okay. Again, I think it's going to take a while for them to get this technology to a point that it works really well. However, I would say if anyone can do it, I think Shazam can do it.
They've shown they've done a really great job on the music side. I mean, I never think of what song is that anymore. I'm able to figure out right away what it is, and I can actually be directed to purchase it, which is really cool. If they can get it right for merchandise like fashion and apparel, maybe even go into food eventually. I'm seeing a great dish or a great restaurant. I can take a picture of it and be directed to make a reservation for what restaurant that's at.
Ooh, I never
That's
thought of
cool.
doing with
So next
food.
time someone's taking a photo of you in public, don't be alarmed. They're just going to Shazam it.
Yeah, don't be disturbed. I'm worried a little bit about what people might think of this. Let us know what you think. You can find us online on Twitter at @CentralTV and on Facebook.
Today's a very big day for me. It's moving day, and I'm very excited, but there's a lot of things I need to take care of other than just packing boxes, so I decided to use an app called Move Tools, which is keeping me organized and on track. When I first opened up the app, I reviewed the moving tips on how to pack smarter and properly plan my move. I then set my moving date, and it gave me a week-by-week checklist of all the things I need to consider before the big day. I also can add items that are specific to my move. As I'm packing, I can use the app to maintain an inventory list. So now that I'm in my living room, I just pack up and then select living room on the app, and then drag and drop books right into my virtual box. And then when I'm done packing, I just press tape up this box, and it's now added to my inventory list. If an item's too large to fit in the box, you can create a custom item and put it in your inventory as well. Now that everything's packed up and in my inventory list, Move Tools will now create labels for my boxes. This makes it really easy when I move into a new place and can't find something. If you're done packing and you can't find something, you can just reference the inventory list. Another great feature is that you can add the value of all the contents in a box in case something gets stolen or goes missing or is broken. This is great for insurance purposes. And that's it. My move was so simple to manage, and my stress level came down a notch too. With the Move Tools app, you pretty much have everything you need except an extra pair of hands.
Still ahead on App Central. Learn some new lingo. We show you the famous Rosetta Stone now on your phone. Plus, get inspiration for the biggest day of your life wherever you go.
Sometimes when you're traveling, you can find yourself with a lot of time on your hands, especially if you have a stopover. A great way to kill that time is grabbing a bite to eat. But if you're in a different country, it may be difficult giving your order to a waiter, especially if you don't speak the language. And if you want to add substitutes, it could be even more difficult. Here at Pearson International Airport, there's a tablet-sized solution to this problem. Let's check it out and get something to eat. If you happen to eat at many of the restaurants here at Pearson, next time you can actually order all your food via an iPad instead of a menu. It has everything you'd normally find, but best of all, you can actually select the language you'd like to view it in. All you have to do is choose your country's flag and the menu will be translated for you. The tablet menu makes ordering your food a snap. You can even customize your order. And then the waiter delivers your food. It's that easy. Thank you. Rick Blatstein is the head of OTG Restaurants, the company behind the tablet integration. How have the iPads enhanced the dining experience?
And since we're in an international terminal here, it's perfect. We can speak to our customers in a language in which they understand, and they can speak to us back in a language in which we understand. So it's really a wonderful thing. And our crew members can spend more time with our customers now because the iPads are here, rather than running back and putting orders in. They can spend more time with them.
At any time during the meal, you can actually call your wait staff using the iPad, or if you'd like to, you can do it the old-fashioned way. The great thing about this dining experience is you can use the iPad to surf the internet. You can actually at any time check any changes to your flight information. And if you're logged into anything like Facebook, Twitter, or even online banking, if you leave the table, it will automatically log out of these programs and leave none of your personal data. At some airports, you can pay for your bill right here at the table. And the best thing is that there's iPads here for everybody. If you've used any of these tablet menus before in any airports, let us know at appcentral.ca, and if you've got an app you'd like us to check out, tweet us at appcentraltv.
My app pick this week is a series of apps from Rosetta Stone that will help you learn a new language. The best part about this app is that it uses voice recognition technology so that you can learn how to pronounce certain words. If you're planning to go on a trip soon, you definitely want to try out some of this software on your mobile devices. And the best thing is that it also syncs up with your desktop computer.
My pick of the week is Loverly. And lately, Loverly is the app I've lost my fiance to. Loverly is like Pinterest, but just for weddings with big, gorgeous images. This app offers a way to find and save wedding ideas. Now, unlike Pinterest, which is a free-for-all of all things pretty, the boards on Loverly are editor-curated, so you can browse categories from bridesmaids' dresses to centerpieces, and then love the items you'd like to see later on. Users can also add items to bundles, or take pictures of things you see in real life and save them to your collection. There's even a collection for guys things, so fellas like us might like that stuff too.
got Monty from Ford to talk about all that you're doing with social media and your team. Thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about the early days with Ford and involvement with social media. How did you get started?
Well, I came to Ford in July of 2008, right before the whole carpocalypse started, which was an exciting time. It was a crisis moment for the industry. But what it really meant was it was an opportunity for Ford to get strategic about social media. Up until then, we had been doing social media as kind of a hobby, but we really started to build it into our communications processes and to really start implementing it on a regular basis.
Now, in the early days, that meant more than just being on Twitter and Facebook, but that was what a lot of companies were doing. How did you get strategic from the beginning?
Well, everything we do with social media, then and now, just alike, it ties back up to our business goals. So we look at what our communications strategy is overall, what our marketing strategy is. It's about improving Ford's reputation, and it's about building purchase consideration. So everything we do ties to those goals. And we have to reach out to employees, dealers, customers, shareholders, suppliers, the union, the communities we do business in, hit all of those stakeholders in a variety of ways.
What are some of the most successful campaigns that you have done? Is there one thing that stands out that you love the most as far as getting excited about the results?
Well, every year it's a different thing. They're all different kinds of programs. And what we do is we design programs that are right for the vehicle and right for the audience that we're trying to reach with the vehicle. So, it's like trying to name your favorite child. I think the Fiesta movement in 2009 is one that put us on the map as far as social media goes. And we're actually resurrecting that right now at fiestamovement.com, where people can go and apply, be one of 100 people we're going to give a car to. And we'll require different missions out of them over the course of 6 months or so. It's going to be amplified by paid media, which is something that we learned from putting the Explorer and revealing the Explorer on Facebook first instead of an auto show. The complete integration of paid, earned, and owned media, right? So we constantly are learning from ourselves as well as from the external industry to help us make better programs each time.
Now, social media is changing really quickly, so can you quickly tell me how you keep up with all of the trends and adapt based on what's popular?
Well, it's tough. I mean, we want to be seen as nimble. We're a big company and we need to be where the mainstream are, but at the same time, we need to stay current. We need to stay on the cutting edge. For example, we were the first brand to have a page on Google+. And the reason we did that is because it's Google. It's pretty significant and it's going to go places. Even if it may not be completely competitive with some of the other sites right now, we know there's a future there. So we've got a variety of team members around the world who are watching for trends. We've got great agency partners that help keep us up to date, and personally being involved in this stuff makes a huge difference as well.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. To read more about Ford and all they're doing with social, all you have to do is visit our website at appcentral.ca. Up next, a speaker with sound so realistic you'll swear you're in the middle of the action, and a parental control app that lets you keep an eye on your child's digital activity. Now it's time for our gadget picks of the week. Maurice, what do you have this week?
What I have here, Amber, is something that I don't want my fiance to find out about. This is a Sonos Play Bar, and it's an all-in-one sound bar for your home theater system. So it replaces all those speakers and all those cables in the electronic jungle that is most guys' living room. And it sounds awesome. It really does.
I bet, they have a really good reputation for their audio quality, and I love that idea of not having the cable clutter anymore, so this kind of streamlines the entire process.
Yeah, and the reason you get rid of all that cable clutter is because it's wireless. So it has a wireless connection to your computer and your, your mobile devices, so you can stream your music to it, but then to connect it to your TV, it's through an optical cable. Just one, and you get sound coming from behind you. I was watching a James Bond movie, and I thought Daniel Craig was killing bad guys because there were bullets flying right behind me in my living room. So it's awesome sound. I'll just flip it over here so you can see the connectors on the bottom.
Okay.
So it's wireless, but if you do want to go the old school wired way for hooking to your computer system, we got the LAN cables here, the optical cable is in the middle, and then you got to get power somehow. That's not wireless yet, and that's right there.
So really easy to set up as well.
Yeah, really easy to set up. And if you have some of the other Sonos systems, such as the subwoofer, and they have something called a Sonos 3, you can set up a full home theater system with some more speakers in your living room wirelessly, and then you're going going to be getting sound complaints from your neighbors.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Or maybe
well,
it's
worth
good.
it. It's worth it.
Okay, so I have something really cool here. This is called the MiFi, and this is fabulous if you want to be able to get a wireless connection. Let's say you're up at the cottage and you don't have internet up there. This allows you to create a portable hotspot. So here's how it works. You can see this little screen. They have all these beautiful icons here, so really simple to set up. You have all of your wireless connection information here, like your username and your password as well. You can also connect up to 10 different devices. So fantastic if, let's say, you have a bunch of family around and you need wireless at that time.
And it's a touch screen too, so you can swipe through that, navigate through that, and you can also select to set it up as a media server, because there's a micro SD card slot, so you can pop in the card, put it on some shows, some music, and then stream that to your TV. I was doing that the other day.
Yeah,
actually.
I know you've been using this for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I really, really liked it. And something I liked was the battery. The charge is great.
So the charge is great. It lasts for a really long time. It's also very portable. So if you want to pick it up and put it in your bag, really simple to do, drop it into your purse. So great, not just for the cottage, but let's say you're going on a road trip and you're stopping at a rest stop and you want to be able to just quickly check your email. You have no other way to do it and you need to use your laptop or something. So really, really simple to use. So great little gadget, something that I think, maybe everybody will have one of these in the next couple of years, because there are so many situations where you could use one.
Yeah, and feature-wise, that thing's more powerful than many people's home routers. And,
I know.
I can see people using it in business environments when they're on, doing road trips, doing business trips, and they need that internet connection, get their tablet up and running. That's a perfect device.
And if you want to know how much data you're using, it also has that feature too.
Neat.
If you have a gadget you want us to review, you can find us online on Twitter at @CentralTV.
Taking a look at some top apps from around the world, our first destination is Spain to help kick the nicotine habit with Quit Now. This app is a quit smoking aid that helps cope with withdrawal. It shows you how many cigarettes you have avoided and the money and the time you have saved since quitting. It also has a social feature that lets you share your achievements and get support from your friends. Our next hotspot is South Africa for the MobiFlock app. This app helps parents track their children's smartphone habits. It can do things like show parents who their child is in contact with and what they are saying to each other, control how long the child spends on the phone, and alert the parent about inappropriate content. Parents can also use the app to safeguard their own phones. Our last stop is the United States for the Life 360 Family Locator app. This app lets you keep track of your family members, where they are, what services are nearby, and when they have arrived at a preset location. It also has a built-in chat function that lets families stay in touch on the go. Now remember, if you've got an app you think we should know about, let us know on Twitter at @CentralTV.
That's it for this episode of App Central. If you missed any part of the show, you can find us online at appcentral.ca. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter at @CentralTV.